Hi everybody, Janie Burkett here. I'm a one-star NMD with Miriam, and I am recording this video to tell you all a little bit about some tips for hosting your Facebook parties. I do have two fat English bulldogs and they're over here snoring, so if you hear them snoring, it's not Jacob, it's the dogs, okay? So first of all, let's jump right into it. My very first number one tip about Facebook parties is number one, have one. And have one to now, okay? Have one today, have one tomorrow. Doesn't matter when you're watching this, but you wanna have one right now. These are obviously where people are joining, from their phones. And a lot of times we're doing them later at night. So you don't need to give people a lot of notice. They don't gotta call a sitter. They don't have to rearrange their plans. They could be at a ball game and just not into baseball and joining your Facebook party from their phone. So you don't need to give people a lot of notice. You don't need a lot of notice. Have one and have one right now. That is my number one tip. Secondly, and this is almost right up there with number one, is you want to privately invite people before you invite them. Okay, so if you think the blonde pregnant girl is confused, first of all, that's not a far-fetched idea, but I'm not confused right now. Let me explain why you want to invite before you invite. I don't know about y'all, but I get invited to these like big Facebook party groups for other companies, and it kind of irritates me quite a bit because it's kind of like somebody hijacked me, put me in their car, hogtied me, blindfolded me, and forced me to come to their party by just adding me to their event and not asking me first. So what you want to do is you want to privately invite people before you invite them. What do I mean by that? So what you're going to do is you're going to maybe text message someone or private message them on Facebook and ask them if you have permission to add them to your event. Explain to them a little bit about what you're doing. You would love to include them, but you don't want to inundate them with notifications or things that they really just don't care about. So do I have your permission to add you to the event? Would you be able to come? So that's something that you want to do. And of course, let people know, number one, in your invite, that it's only going to be a 30-minute long party and of course, what time it's taking place. So that's the tip right there. And of course, use the, people say, well, how do I invite? Well, use the good, better, best scenario. Good would be to private message them on Facebook. Better would be to text message them. And best would be to call them. So obviously we know, or ask them in person. Obviously we know the more personal that you can be, the more high touch we can be. That's always going to be high tech any day of the week. So just use that model. If you don't have their phone number, obviously you're going to message them on Facebook, no problem. If you do have their number, but you know that they're not someone that answers calls a lot, send them a text. If there's someone that you know appreciates a phone call, give them a call. So whatever you think is best to get in contact with them. Number three, and this is a big one that we have found from all the parties that we've been having over the last week or 10 days or so. Have your own party from your own Post My Party account. Do not use another brand partner's Post My Party account or have another brand partner host a party for you. Let me, for those of you that don't even know what that means, let me explain. Number one, we use a website called Post My Party. It's www.postmyparty.com. And what this website software does is it actually posts on your behalf into your private event so that you can have the links in the post go at the certain time that you want them to go without you having to be worried about copying and pasting and getting the link right and all of those things, because they are going very quickly. We're posting these things within 4-minute intervals. We're asking people on your party to comment, and then you want to be responding to their comments and interacting with them too. So all of those things, it's literally impossible to do all of those things in a 4-minute window before the next post needs to happen. So Post My Party is the software that we've been using that automatically posts for you. However, it's only going to, of course, link to one Facebook account. So let's say that, Jens Johnson is having a party, she would not want me to be using my Post My Party account because she personally invited all of these people. When they get to the party, if she was using my Post My Party account, all of the posts are coming from me. So they're getting they're seeing posts from someone they don't know. Obviously, the percentage of interaction and the ratio that we're seeing of orders is drastically different when the posts are coming from you versus coming from someone they don't know. I mean, literally, I've seen parties where there's been 15 or 20 people at the party, and because the post came from someone else, they maybe got 0 or only 1 customer. Whereas I've seen people who have had only 4 or 5 people at a party, the post came from the person that they knew, and all 4 or all 5 of them signed up as customers or brand partners. It is a much different ratio. It is worth your time to spend an extra hour, figure this out, spend $10. It costs $10. It's not that big of a deal. To make sure that you're getting the right ratios. So do not offer to host the parties for your other brand partners. Obviously, when we talk about customers and doing 3-year free parties for customers, we would be using our account on behalf of our customers. But that's really the only scenario. If they're a brand partner, they need to have their own account, and they need to be having these posts come from them, not from someone that their friends don't know. Okay, I think I harped on that one enough. Number 4, we want to create a new welcome video for every party. So the very first post when you set up your event is going to be a welcome video. And it's you kind of welcoming people to your party, giving them a little bit of instructions, explaining about the raffle, maybe even a 30-second testimony up in there too. And I have a whole nother video that you can watch on a tutorial of how to do that. But you want to post a welcome video for every party, and even, do a new one for every party. Why would you want to do a new one for every party? Well, number 1, your very first party, you can say, hey guys, thanks for being my guinea pigs. This is my first go at this. So we're going to see how it works. Now, you can't say that at every party. You can only say that's your first party on your first party. So that would be number 1, is you can be a little bit more in the moment and relatable. Also, you can tailor the party video, the welcome video, for the type of group that you have. If you know you have people who are a little bit closer to you and your friends, you can be a little bit goofier, a little bit more off the cuff. If you know that you have some more business professionals that are going to be on, you can be a little more professional that way. You can tailor it a little bit more towards the group that you have. And also, all of us need to have practice on telling our story and on recording videos like these, because everybody that's in this company for long term, you're going to have a big team at some point, and you want to have practice. So you might be really nervous your first time. Don't be worried to say that. You will definitely start to feel more comfortable the more you go along. So this is great practice. Telling our story is one of the number 1 skills that you need in this business. And I love what Todd Cahill says. He says you got to have the skills to pay the bills, right? So this is one of the skills. And the best way that you can learn the skill is to just do it. And the more that you do it, the better at it you will get. Number 5, use a live expert testimony. So again, I recorded a video on this, so I won't go into details on that. You can watch that video to get some more tips on how to record, or not record, but use a live expert testimony. But the key for this is to insert the expert where you, right after the EHT video, and before the business post. So if you have used got one of our old Post My Party templates, you will notice that the timing is for the expert testimony to come after the business post. What we found is it's better if you have the expert testimony before the business post, because you have more people asking questions about the business if they hear a little bit from the expert. The other thing that we've done along with that is we've moved things back. So if you again, if you haven't gotten a Post My Party template from us yet, this won't apply to you because we've changed it. But if you've gotten one of the older ones, you want to move your number 8 post, it's shopping time post. You want to move that to the very end of your party. So let's say that your party is from 8:30 to 9. You want to move the shopping post to 9 to come at 9 o'clock. And your business post to come at 8:57, and your testimony, your live expert testimony, would go in around 8:53, 8:54-ish. So somewhere around in there. But definitely use a live expert testimony, much, much, much more effective if they're live and not a recording of your expert story. Because again, more natural, more off the cuff, more interactive, people can comment and ask questions. And that's my other tip there, is you want to start the commenting and asking questions to your when your expert is live, because people can see that they can comment or ask questions. And as the expert, I can see, oh, someone's asking me a question. I can answer it right there. And so it kind of encourages more interaction. It's more, again, high touch, not just high tech. Number 6, and I'm going to share my screen for this one. Number 6 is that you want to, actually, let me go right here. Okay, what you really need to make sure you do is change something before and after the number on the numbered posts. So here's my Post My Party website, and you'll notice here at number 1 is my first post of the party. What we have found is Facebook's security algorithms are rejecting some of our posts because they're similar. Even if you change words later in the post, what we have found is the most effective way to make sure that Facebook's security algorithms do not flag you is to change something at the very beginning. So what you want to do is change something both before and after, immediately following the number. So for example, I would click right here to edit. And I want to do this for every party. You don't do this to your template. You do this for every party that you do. You come right here. I'm going to call this post number 1. I'm going to change this to a little colon or semicolon. I don't know which one's which. And then I am going to change this to party time is here. Yay. Okay. And then I would click the green check mark to confirm, and then we would be good. I'm not going to change it right now. I'm going to click the X. But you want to do that for each one of your numbered posts. We found that it's the number and something right after the number that is flagging the security concerns. So you want to make sure that you do it for each one of those. Okay. Number 7 is, again, in relation to our Facebook flagging us security-wise, do not share our template with anybody outside of our team. I know some of you are friends with other people in other organizations, and that is wonderful. I totally encourage that. I've gotten lots of help from other teams and things like that. But do not share this template with them. The reason being, I know we're loving, caring, sharing, but there's only so many people that can be using a template at the same time, even if there's changes, before Facebook security starts to kick us out. So it would not be loving and caring and sharing to them either if their Facebook party wasn't working. So it's not just because, oh, this is our information and we don't want to give it to other people. It's, I don't want to give you information that's going to hurt you and you'll be scrambling, right? So we want to keep it limited to just our team. I even have people in my upline who've asked for it, who I've explained this to them and said, I really don't feel comfortable doing that, and here's why. And they go, oh yes, good idea. We'll kind of start over from scratch. And for sure, I share tips and tricks with them. But you don't want to en masse be sharing this template with a whole bunch of people outside of our team because of that. Number 8, this is the most important tip other than the first tip, which is have a party. Number 8 is the most important one, and that is you gotta follow up. In a lot of our parties, for sure we're seeing people who wanna order right away, but my mom had a party on a Sunday and was still collecting orders through Friday or Saturday of that same week. So you want to make sure that you follow up. Fortune is in the follow-up. So you want to make sure that you're continuing to follow up. Contact everybody that was at your party. Hey, did you want to order? Did you want me to see how I could get you a discount? Bundle some things together and get you a discount. Did you have any questions about anything? This is where you can call them or text them or Facebook private messenger, whatever you want it to be. But that's what you want to do, is make sure that you're following up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Just like a regular party, we would want to call everybody and follow up. And lastly, have fun. It's a party. People have fun at parties, right? We don't call it a Facebook Miriam super professional presentation. It's a Facebook party. So you want to have fun. As you're commenting and engaging with the people on your party, be witty, crack jokes, engage with everybody. If you have other brand partners that are on your party as a guest for whatever reason, maybe they're just checking it out or they want to see how it works, ask them to engage too, as if they were a prospect. Definitely, if you are a brand partner on somebody else's party, keep your comments positive. I don't think I have to say those things to people, but we have had instances where we've had some negative comments from brand partners on somebody else's party where there were prospects. So make sure you keep them positive and fun. And, the more fun that you have at these, the more fun that your prospects have at these, the more willing they are to say, yes, I want to get that product, and yes, I want to have one of those to invite my friends. So that's what we're looking to do here, is book a party from a party. So with that, thanks so much for watching our Facebook party tips video. And as always, if you have any questions, please give me a holler. So talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.